and in my hometown of Albany, Oregon, all the way up through Portland, we had nothing but gray skies from the smoke from the fires. And I arrived in Sacramento and came on up to Auburn, and all there were clear skies here, and that's very close to the fire. So I found it interesting that that we have all the smoke and California's clear. But I do want to take a moment before we get started and just ask everybody just to send a prayer out to the state of California and all of the areas that are being affected by the fires, and just see them contained and out. And of course, over on the East Coast, we have a lot of flooding, and just send some energy there also to assist in slowing the rains and stabilizing the rivers and creeks and that sort of thing. We've got some interesting things going on Earth. So if we open our hearts and send out love and support and just see everything supported and safe, the environment calm. I'm going to mention I'm at my friend Nancy's house. Not Nancy that's helping me, who I'm going to say hi to in a minute, but my other friend Nancy. So you may hear a phone ring like just now. And so that's just kind of the way it is. And so now I'm going to say hello, Nancy in Oregon. How are you this morning? And thank you for helping me today.
Hi, Cherry. Good to be here. Hope you're having a great time in California.
I am.
We had a lot of questions this week. So what we're going to do, and some people are asking multiple questions, and that's a good trick if you can get away with it, but we're only going to answer one from each person. And Cherry has chosen which one it's going to be. So even if you've posted multiple questions, I apologize, but one to a customer.
Yeah. Well, on the radio show, when Tracy and I do it, and Maureen and I, we would always put it out there, and I haven't thought to do this on the Facebook Live. It's one question per person, because then it allows us to get allows me to get to as many people as possible. I'm also going to ask you, and I'm going to answer two questions that are pretty vague. And one just says, why now? And the other one has, what do I do now? If you want a more specific answer, then the question has to be more specific. Otherwise, you get generalized. And this is a time to be able to do as much as possible, with the question on the air. And so be a little more specific, and that way you benefit more. And what you're asking may help somebody else. So understand that your questions are very valid also. So we have that. And, it was really quiet until we started the show, and the phones rang and Reggie's barking and all of this. So such is life. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We're not doing this in a studio. We're doing this in a home. So
yeah,
we have to deal with home things. All right. Let's get going with our questions.
Okay, we will do just that.
So Kelly asked, can I please have some insight on the red tide, green-blue algae crisis and why it is affecting me the way it is so that I can handle this better? Thank you.
It's on Amazon. It's not in print any longer. You will really love this book, and it's actually going to touch deep inside of you, and you will understand more of how and why all of this is affecting you. It's also understanding your sensitive nature and the feeling of people's worry and fear around this. We want to see the waterways clear and bright and perfect. So when you ask how to handle it better so it doesn't. When you're doing a meditation, see the water perfect, clear, only the vegetation there that actually benefits the life form. See all of the algae and all of this moved and no longer in the waterways. And you will find that does assist not only you, but it also has the ability to assist in clearing what's not supporting the aquatic life in the various waterways. So this is a very in-depth question, and I cannot go into great detail because it takes a little bit. Anyway, so I hope that helps. So.
Great, thank you. I know there's a lot of people concerned about the environment right now, the air quality, the fires, and so I appreciate you starting us off with that this morning, Jerry.
Well, and one of the things to remember is we manifest by our belief systems. And if we're in that energy of fear, we're actually assisting in holding in the situation, whatever it is. So what about becoming the great manifestors you are? Instead of looking out and seeing the damage that's being done and can still be done and how toxic everything is, go inside and do somewhat of a healing or clearing, processing, whatever terminology you choose to use, on clearing the toxins within the body, the mind, the emotions, and bring more of a clarity and purity to the self. And then look out and see clear skies, clear waterways, lands that are perfect and filled with supportive life. And then you shift the reality that is in effect at this moment. Remember, thoughts, words, actions, beliefs all create. What is it you're choosing to create in your life and in the world around you? So there's the message from our group is if you add to the fear, you're going to actually lock in and anchor in exactly what you do not want. If you see that you have to fight it, it's something you got to really work through, well, you're going to continue to attract in a situation that's a fight and hard work. So see beyond it, see clear skies, see pure waterways, see all of the aquatic life and the animal life and the plant life, the vegetation, just thriving and living in perfect environmental situations. And that goes for humans also. So.
Thank you for that. That was perfect. Elizabeth would like to know, what must we do to sell our raw land in North Carolina? It would be such a blessing to relieve our financial situation.
Okay, there again, I'm going to say draw back from the worry and fear of it and then see it sold. It does show involving a realtor around there, but also advertising out and away from that particular state. So look at sources or resources that advertise lands for sale, and you can do this for minimal cost. But it feels like it's somebody who's out of state that sees it that actually is going to purchase it. But do step in and ask a realtor to get involved with this, and it's going to assist you. And it is going to, as soon as they said that, the worry about, oh my gosh, that's just going to cost more money. It's remembering the fee comes in after the sale of the property. And that fee is going to allow you to release the property sooner, and it's not going to be that strong or that much. And let it be blessed. Know that energy came in, you received the energy of money, you share the energy of money with who actually put energy of help in for the sale, and all is rewarded. So, or all benefits. So there you go.
Great. Thank you. Michelle has posted this a few times. Michelle, we did see it. My grandparents have been on the other side for 17 years. Being a psychic medium myself, I can feel my grandmother's energy frequently. I have yet to feel my grandpa and wonder why that is. We were very close, and I feel funny that he hasn't come to me. Any thoughts?
Well, again, there's a little bit of things going on and very close. There's still some unresolved grief with the loss of your grandfather. He is around you. Yet, here's the thing is remembering, and I know you believe in reincarnation. I have no doubts of this. I know you believe of life beyond life. And the thing about it is you've known your grandfather in many lifetimes, but he's not necessarily your grandfather then. He's coming in, but he's coming in at a whole different energy and a different level of energy. And he's just smiling and showing he is supporting you. But really pay attention to the breezes when you think of your grandfather and watch trees sway, because this man, he's showing me himself as the male that he was in this particular life, and he's smiling and his eyes are twinkling. But he's, whoops, and he's barking. Reggie, honey, come on. Reggie, I know life's out there. Anyway, and pay attention to these beautiful little episodes like this. He wants you to look beyond what you've understood as messages coming in. Well, wouldn't he be the one to? He shows tickling, but anyway, to put in something that's a distraction for you when you're being too intense. So he's there, and I just see him in in another form, and he's reminding you of the expansion of life. Okay, and so
Okay. And Teresa was one of our general questioners. Why now? And so, what do you have to say to that?
sweetie, it would have been better. Oh, would have been better. You know, for you to claim yourself is put the question out there. You deserve to be able to put out what it is you want to know. And it would benefit somebody else. And as soon as I read that question, I got this kind of sad feeling, this kind of sinking feeling. And there's so much emotion around it. And by putting just why now, it's holding on, locking in this idea of worry. And the answer I got was, why not now? And that this experience that you're going through, or situation, they're putting that word in now, is it's one of the life experiences you have chosen, and by moving through it at this time is easier than slamming the door on it and shutting down, because you will attract it to you again, only it'll be in a stronger form to really get your attention. Look and see what the full message is in this particular experience. Then in parentheses they go situation. And just sit with that for a while. And also look and reflect on how it's been in some form earlier in your life that it came in. So this is the perfect time for clearing this situation. So that's what I got from that.
Okay, great. Kat, I have been having sleep issues, and according to my Fitbit, I'm getting very little deep sleep. Could it be that we're busy working in our sleep? I also wake frequently. I don't have many dreams, and I don't remember anything, and I don't feel overly tired when I get up the next day. What is going on in our sleep time? That's a good question for you, seeing you did your sleep thing a few weeks ago.
I know. Well, energetically, there's a lot going on between solar flares, the energy shifting on Earth, that, and what people call the ascending process. For whatever reason, that word doesn't want to hold. Ascension, there's the word I want. Process, and it does interrupt the sleep patterns. Yet Kat is right in many ways, is we don't necessarily stay in our bodies when we go to sleep. We are off in other dimensions. We are, assisting here or there and having just life experiences of different forms. We travel. And so that's part of it. I do want to let Kat know that, yes, she does dream. She's just not holding on to those dreams when she wakes. And it is doing what you call work, or they say, or life in other dimensional and life forms, dimensional aspects of life and life forms. So keep up the good work, Kat. And so just understand that once we shut that consciousness down, we understand we're not locked into these bodies. And we're able to also generate or regenerate the bodies in ways other than sleep, if that's the way we choose to do it. So you will find, though, you may fall asleep during the day. If that happens, just sleep and let this physical body get a little rest.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Amanda. My mom and I are going to a historic location to look for ghosts. Okay. So, are we going to see anything? Will we be possessed? Will we have anyone come home with us?
Uh, well, honey, if somebody comes home with you, you're going to enjoy him immensely. No, just kidding. First of all, don't feel like don't look so hard. Go and enjoy the area. If you're busy getting in your head and looking, you're going to miss out on the whole experience. It isn't so much that you will see with the eyes, it's more of a feeling. And it does feel like several energies that have already departed that do stay connected to this area, you will feel them as much as anything. They'll go past you. Will you be possessed? No. Will you get possessions? No. Other than trinkets that you, souvenirs that you bring home. This is not a scary experience. It's actually a fun adventure. So let yourself have fun. Will you bring somebody home with you? Like I said, and he's tall, dark, and handsome. Just kidding. But we have to have fun with this. No, you're not going to bring anybody home with you. And by the way, why do you not think that possibly there's a spirit or two that comes to visit you at your own home without you traveling to see one? But let it be fun and let it be an adventure. It is fun to journal during this because you will notice some things, and but get out of your head. To really enjoy this experience is to be present in the experience and not projecting out an expectation. So.
Great, great. Thank you. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, for asking that. I thought that was a very fun question.
It
Um,
is a fun question.
I just wanted to make some comments. People are asking questions right now in the chat, and what we do in our process here is that we gather the questions ahead of time, and so if you're asking the questions in chat, Cherry can't see them for one thing. She doesn't have her glasses on, so she's not reading them. I'm the one that's making. Sure that we respond to people in chat, and I just wanted to let folks know that we generally don't have time to do the questions that came ahead of time and then the questions that people asked during chat. So I just wanted to apologize. We're not ignoring you. Well, maybe we are, but we have a lot of questions ahead of time, and seeing Cherries on the road, we're really going to try and make this one as concise as possible.
Well, and also people send me questions throughout the week and I'm getting them. And so in a variety of forms. If you have Facebook, a banner is placed up either Monday or Tuesday. Post your question under the banner. Those are the ones I look at. They get lost when they're sent in my email, my messaging, my texting, all of this. And this is how some of the questions get overlooked. So banner goes up. If you have Facebook, place your question under the banner. Thank you so much.
And so if folks don't have Facebook, because I am posting these shows on YouTube as well, and then letting people know via email that what the YouTube link is, how should people connect with you if they're watching on YouTube?
The best way is email.
Okay.
If I only have it coming in from two sources, it's so much easier. But like I said, I'm getting it on my private message in the Cherry Divine LLC, but also my Cherry Divine page. Then I'm receiving texts and all of these various things, and so they kind of get lost out and about. So if I have just two areas that the questions are coming in on, that helps me immensely.
That's right. That's right. And again, I try and make a cute picture and say, ask your question here, and just right under that picture, I pin it to the top of the page when it's posted. So it's the first thing when it gets posted on Monday or Tuesday, and just ask your question right there in the comments under that. So no worries. We just, and Heidi, thank you for understanding. And yeah, I just wanted to share, not just with you, but with everybody about how we're doing the process. We've been doing this a couple months now, and we're trying to get our process figured out. And that's how we're doing it right now. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Next question was from Elizabeth. Next step or advice on my current situation?
Again, this is a very vague question. When you're looking at something like this, when you're saying my situation, is it career? Is it romance? Is it health? It leaves the door wide open. And it does happen. I know this particular person and have some idea what's going on, and I continue to get own what's yours. Own what's yours. If you never own it, you will keep manifesting outside of yourself and drawing to you what you do not want. This is all about self-care, self-love. And they keep saying, own what's yours. When we're going through a life experience, things are not just happening to us. We are choosing these experiences and for our own process, our own lesson. And if we keep slamming the door closed and refusing to deal with ourselves and those parts that are that we're in process of accepting and understanding and healing, we will recreate the same situation over and over and over again and hold that, oh my gosh, somebody's doing to me and I'm a victim. And that keeps you out of your personal power. And it's do this when you're looking at everything within yourself without judgment. And the word without rancor, Rancor, and this will help you really be able to claim yourself and create a happier life. So it's self-care, honoring the self. Be as honest with yourself as possible and own what's yours. We can't change anybody else. We want life changes. We change. We go in and we have I'm getting the word fortitude of looking at ourselves, claiming ourselves, and changing ourselves. And do it with love. So there we go.
And last was another one about our climate. Callie, I'm interested in insights of what's the ultimate. For her, it's her climate. Okay, I did not the climate change. No, okay. So I'm interested in insights of what's the ultimate climate to reside for my nature. I'm considering Santa Barbara. I'm wondering what it would require or take to enable everything to come together with ease. Okay, this is a big question for everyone. What would it take for everything to come together with ease, or what I could do for expendable resources? There's a long story about her environment, but really what would help me most in increasing my actual physical living environment optimally? I think that's something huge for everyone.
If we believe we're stuck somewhere, we actually stay stuck there. And it's understanding everything that we go through serves us at some level and that we have chosen it. So if we look outside in place, this doesn't support me, this isn't that, then we're again stepping out of our power. I don't get Santa Barbara is the place. It feels as if the expense of it would be more than you're able to claim at this particular time of your life. And it points to an environment that supports you, and it's being willing to put the energy out and really see yourself living and thriving and earning a wonderful income. And I'm speaking specifically to Kelly on this. For whatever reason, they're showing there are opportunities for you in Ashland, Oregon, and the climate is much more stable for you, and it actually helps soothe your soul. It's to change and attract to us is really looking at our belief systems. If you can't believe in it, if your worry and your fear is stronger than your belief of what you want to attract in, then there's something going to stop what you want coming into you, or you will attract it and you will create a hardship and or sabotage it, because that belief system that you can't have it, don't deserve it, whatever it is that's back there is stronger than the actual ability to create. So let's take a moment here. Everybody think of one thing that you'd love to create, and do not think of the biggest and hardest thing. Okay? Just take one little thing. Something that's been a little bit of a struggle for you, a challenge. And then feel yourself. Feel inside and go to your heart and close your eyes for a minute and envision it. Envision being right there with whatever it is that you're choosing to attract into your life and that you're receiving it. It's there. It's yours. What does that feel like? This is what's beautiful about this. Everybody's energy's going up and I am just tingling like nobody's business. What does it feel like to have what it is you're choosing to manifest in your life? And accepting that you are this great manifester, that you deserve it, that you did this, and really bring it into your world. See yourself in this image. What are you doing? Feel the happiness, feel the joy, feel the contentment, feel the peace, whatever the emotion is. And now, this came from Shakti Gawain years ago, but I absolutely love this. Surround that in beautiful pink light. See yourself sitting right there. The pink bubble technique came from Shakti. Anyway, now send it out into the universe. Let it just go into the universe and let the universe carry it back to you. Walk away from whatever it is and trust and believe. And then be willing to claim it when it comes to you. There you go. That's one of the best techniques too. And it's recognize it. And many times people will do this and it'll start to come in a way they don't think, it's not the right way, or it's not big enough, it's too small. No, recognize any little shift, any subtle change and say thank you. Smile, bring it into your heart. That opens the door for the rest of it to come through. But also know that it comes through in the way that supports you the most. But Kelly, one of the things it is, Santa Barbara appeals to you for some reason, yet you're choosing an environment that in many ways causes economical, stringent, and economically stringent circumstances in your life. And it's the same as what you're living in now. So instead, what area is it that actually supports who you are, and what are you willing to put out to bring this into your life? And that means is creating the change and knowing energetically you add into it. What are you willing to give? It isn't just bring it in for yourself. I mean, this is for Kelly personally. It isn't just attracting it to you. What energy are you willing to give back to it? There's a balance going on. So, wasn't that fun?
All right, Sherry. I really appreciate that you taking us all on our little manifestation adventure. So I think that's perfect for each and every one of us at this point. And yes, thank you. And the moments that you share to all of us, everyone's questions brings something out for each and every one of us. So that's why we're doing this. That's why we're sharing the variety of questions. And today was a great day, great questions, and we're almost to our half hour. So you have any final comments from you or your group?
This is the fun thing is because there were so many questions. And when we first started this, Nancy and I, we'll do about 15 minutes and pick a few questions here or there. Well, it's almost a half hour and there were still questions left unanswered. And so know that I just pick them at random and a lot of times picking the ones that are beneficial to everybody, and everybody's questions do assist. Let's take this time to this particular time in this moment just to see the earth in peace and harmony, see everybody's hearts connected, and that life is thriving here on earth. That connections to inner earth and outer earth are all there through the heart. And that humanity feels united. So that's the way they wanted, is they felt that was a good enough message, that was a powerful message. And so notice all of a sudden they brought the fun into it. Have fun with it. It isn't hard work. Remember the joyous beings you are, the beautiful, creative children of the universe you are. You are not helpless, hopeless, and unempowered. Magnificent manifestors creating a life. If you fall into that, and I'm going to tell each and every one of you, I go through my own stuff. So none of us are immune from this process. Yet when I go into this feeling of lack of power or, gosh, why is this happening? I get to step back in myself and say, okay, what's going on with me? And then look outside of myself also. Join the human race. Join life at its fullest everywhere. And create with joy, love, and laughter.